This is the newsroom.
This is the newsroom for Thursday, June 26, 2025. We're broadcasting to you on E1, SKAR TV NTN, and TARZEE TV in Bartica. In headlines, from the community of Micobie, this year's regional top performer of the National Grade 6 Assessment wants to be a lawyer.
I want to stand up for young people rights.
More than 50 lives lost in road accidents during the first half of this year. New facilities set to transform healthcare delivery in the mountainous community of Kato. And in sport, junior squash team primed for success in Cayman Islands, and local cricket stars set to be on show at Kares T10 in Berbice. With the news, I'm Vashani Ragber. Thanks for joining us. We start off by telling you that Priscilla Henry, a young girl from the community of Micobie in Region 8, Pataru Siparuni, is the region's top performer at this year's National Grade 6 Assessment. She got 471.52 marks and will be attending the new Micobie Secondary School from September. Henry is an aspiring lawyer, and alongside her family, teacher, and friends, she prepared diligently for this year's examination.
My name is Priscilla Henry and I am from Micobie Primary School. I feel grateful with my results and I want to thank my teacher for always helping me, my parents, my mother. She would go through my work with me. She would help me revise in the night and I was prepared for the exam. I want to become a lawyer because many young people are dying and I want to stand up for young people rights.
I was there with her doing homeworks, revising with her at late nights, like from after school to late nights was like from 10 to 11 in the night, preparing for this exam. Well, right now I'm proud, I'm happy because this is the first time our school, Micobie, topped the region. And I'm grateful right now. I want to encourage other parents to step up. So our school must always bring in top 10 every year.
We were all at Micobie Primary looking forward for excellent results this year. Where we received a phone call pertaining to our top student. I really, as the class teacher, I wasn't sure which of the pupils it was because I've had three pupils who would have always, they were always close behind each other. So honestly, I could not say off the bat like who the top student was going to be this year. So I'm still happy that even though the other two pupils, they were not able to be, got the chance to be the top performer for the region, they were still in the top 10. The support from the parents, it was more than before, and also as the grade 6 teacher, I would have put in a lot more work than I did before because I saw the potential in my students, and I said, why not? These children are capable of doing excellent. I mean, it's not as if the others were not capable. So based on their potential, how I see them, I said, you know what? I really need to work extra time. So I used to keep them back after school and so on. We used to work sometimes late in the evening and so on. From since September when they entered my class to of recent before they sit the NGSA 2025.
Now, Education Minister Priya Manikchand said continuous efforts are being pursued to ensure that all learners, including those in Guyana's hinterland regions, enjoy high-quality education and increase access to schools. Manikchand spoke about this goal on Wednesday at the announcement of the results of the 2025 National Grade 6 Assessment.
The dream now is to allow every single child in their village at the tender age of 11, 12, to go to school in their village and enjoy the love and guidance and food from their home and their parents. And that is why we're currently building in regions 1, 7, 8, and 9, 22 secondary schools. A mark for Guyana in 5 to 7 years is not going to be whether you got the secondary school on the coast. It's going to be how well we're doing in the secondary schools in your village. And we've already begun to shift to that to make sure that quality in secondary schools across the country quality is the same. We already are providing the same resources, same teachers, and so on. So the shift is now to make sure there is access and high quality education wherever children are.
On Wednesday unveiled a forward-looking digital transformation strategy that is already reshaping how government services are delivered in Guyana. Under the leadership of the People's Progressive Party Civic, Digital Guyana is being actively implemented to make the country smarter, safer, and more connected across all key sectors. Government services will be offered online, and a new artificial intelligence or AI system called AskGov will be rolled out as Guyana's official AI assistant, able to provide support to citizens 24/7.
The pillars of Digital Guyana. One Guyana, one platform. The Citizen Portal, a centralized, one-stop digital platform available via website, Android, and iPhone apps, will bring together all government services in one simple digital window. With just a few clicks, citizens will be able to apply for passports, birth certificates, driver's license, and ID cards, access health and education records, file taxes, and businesses can have their registration done online. GRA can have all these services available by just a click of a button. To support this digital platform, we're also going to develop an integrated GIS infrastructure mapping. Digital Guyana will also introduce an integrated geographic information system to map and monitor national infrastructure in real time. This system will be able to create 3D models of all physical infrastructure across the country, such as roads, bridges, cocas, and drainage, underground conduits, utility posts, hydrants, and more. This is essential if we are building a modern society. So the days of cutting the roads and cutting the highways in search of pipelines will be long gone, and we can use technology to do this more efficiently, reducing the risk, but also creating an enabling environment for comfort of our citizens.
We tell you now that there were a total of 54 road accidents, which resulted in 58 deaths as of mid-June 2025 on the country's roadways. This represents a 17% increase in fatal accidents when compared to the same period last year. Speeding and inattentiveness are the leading causes of these accidents.
As of May-June 2025, a total of 58 persons lost their lives in accidents on the roadways. These deaths stemmed from the 54 road accidents which occurred between January 1st and June 14, 2025. The 54 deaths are 2 more fatalities than those recorded during the same period last year. This represents a 17% increase in road deaths as of mid-June 2025. Speeding remains the leading cause of these accidents, followed by inattentiveness. In fact, 48 of the accidents for this period were caused by speeding. Notably, motorcyclists account for majority of the deaths, with 30 of them being killed in these accidents. It should be noted that 23 of these motorcyclists were not wearing helmets. Fatalities involving pillion riders surged dramatically, jumping from 1 recorded death last year to 7 as of mid-June this year. Disturbingly, none of the victims were reported to have been wearing helmets. Pedal cyclist deaths showed a slight increase, rising from 4 to 5 fatalities. Of these, 4 victims were also not wearing helmets at the time of their deaths. Meanwhile, pedestrian fatalities dropped significantly, decreasing from 16 last year to 9 as of mid-June this year. Further, car occupant deaths accounted for 8 fatalities, with none of the victims reported to have been wearing seat belts. On a positive note, no fatalities were reported among minibus passengers are individuals traveling in lorries, vans, or vehicles being towed. To tackle the road woes, the Ministry of Home Affairs has launched and intensified its Do the Right Thing campaign, which encouraged citizens to exercise caution on the roadways, wear safety gears, and adhere to speed limits. For the newsroom, Sharda Bacchus.
Still to come, we tell you about the healthcare transformation in the village of Kato. Welcome back. This is the newsroom. Amid the massive expansion of healthcare initiatives across Guyana, Kato Village will be benefiting from key projects also. The senior health visitor for the region, Lisa Augustus, told the newsroom that vaccine drives, a maternal waiting home and regional hospital are among the public health projects for the community.
Significant community-based healthcare initiatives are being developed in Kato Village Region 8, Bataro Siparuni. Lisa Augustus, a senior health visitor for the region attached at the Ministry of Health, told the newsroom that the village is being transformed to become a healthcare access point for surrounding villages. A site was earmarked for the construction of a US $97 million world-class hospital. Currently, there is a Kato District Hospital. However, the new hospital will have facilities to cater to the entire region. Augustus said the current facility will soon have a maternity waiting home commissioned to make childbirth safer for pregnant mothers.
We will now have inpatient services now that the regional hospital will be built soon. Currently, we have a maternity waiting home where mothers from nearby villages can come to wait until they deliver, and so we want every mother to have a clean and safe delivery. Must be delivered by a trained professional and at a facility. We're moving away from home deliveries.
The village's healthcare is focused on more than facilities and upgrades. There's a massive vaccination drive there, and the uptake is growing as persons are responsive.
We usually like focusing on the 0 to 5 age group where vaccination is necessary. We start from birth onto 1 year, then the 18 months age group, the 3, 9, and then 5. And then, of course, the HPV, which started at 9-year-olds. So we start from infancy onto the school age, until you leave school. Across the life course, basically, we always have vaccine available in the region. We have cold storage at 19 sites currently.
Augustus said a cold storage bond is located at the Kato District Hospital, making vaccines readily available for the village and 3 other locations. Access to healthcare across the 10 administrative regions is a priority as the government of Guyana is working to expand healthcare services to far-reaching areas. Reporting for the newsroom, Lazina Yearwood.
The Kares restaurant was recently named Restaurant of the Year at the Tourism and Hospitality Association of Guyana's awards dinner. The restaurant's Peruvian and Japanese cuisines form unique additions to the local fine dining experience. The newsroom engaged the Kares team on Thursday and heard that their blend of flavors create unforgettable meals, while a diverse team delivers outstanding its award this year.
The entire team, we feel very excited. We were very happy when we got the news. For us, we've put a lot of effort into ensuring that we create a very good product. And our product goes beyond our food. Our product is what you feel when you enter the room. Our product is our staff. Our product is in interaction. So we're very happy that all those things have played a part in allowing us to be awarded Restaurant of the Year. We were able to make that achievement because we approached this with good intentions and real love, and a real love for what we do. We've had people that we have Peruvians that come here to dinner and we feel like we're at home, which is exactly what you want. You want to have something that speaks more than to your stomach, but speaks to your heart, and when you eat, it makes you feel good. The flavors are very intricate. So I think once you come here and you try one thing, you want to come back and try another thing in the menu and another thing in the menu. The menu is perfectly designed by Victor, who is our executive chef and partner. He brought a wealth of knowledge into building this menu, and he understands flavor. He understands the complexities of flavors, and he's been able to tie them all together using a lot of local ingredients as well as imported ingredients. But we've been able to design a very, very tasty menu. So I think the key is we continue to try our best to improve our team and develop them, not just for ourselves, but develop them so that once they leave here, they can go on to something that's bigger and better than what we have. So for Restaurant Week, we sat and we were like, what are we going to do for Restaurant Week? Do we want to do something different that's not on the menu? or do we want to introduce people to something that's on the menu that we know will entice them to come back and try our full menu? So we went with that option. So for Restaurant Week, we did a combination of appetizers. So we have two different appetizers that are included in the appetizer for Restaurant Week, and then we pulled the most Peruvian dish on our menu, which is the lomo saltado, which you'll have to try some. To really entice people, I'd encourage as many people as possible to try to get here for Restaurant Week while it's still on. They can make reservations at nikkeighana.com. Just select the Restaurant Week booking, and we have bookings available from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. for the Restaurant Week menu. If you want to book just to book and come, you're more than welcome to. Bookings are available from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m.
So today we have the lomo saltado. It's a traditional meal in Peru. You won't go to Peru and won't find some wedges and beef tenderloin. And it's made with a lomo sauce, a special house-made sauce, so it gives it a kick with some cilantro added on top. And secondly, we have the pork bowl and with some sandwichito. It's basically fish sliders and coleslaw. And the bowl is pork bowl with coleslaw as well, topped with a garnish of carrot and microgreens. The appetizer will be the pork bowl and the sandwichito.
When the newsroom returns, we tell you about a local Amazon-like platform being developed. Welcome back to the newsroom. 2 persons are now facing great uncertainty after a devastating fire engulfed their home in Dukestown Wednesday afternoon. Vishal Rameshwar, 39, a self-employed resident of Dukestown, Skeldon Region 6, told the newsroom that he was living in the 1-bedroom wooden house with his brother. They are unsure what caused the fire. Anyone willing to support Vishal and his brother can reach out to them at 702-4271 or 673-7987.
Me come out and me always like about 4 o'clock time. I go and cut grass with a canter man. A canter man come collect me and me gone. Me left me house and me gone. When me gone cut grass and me coming back, me see a still black smoke. Wells coming, me watch the house with the fire. I don't know how the fire take place, I don't know nothing. Plus this guy was home. No how to no into home.
What are some of the things that destroyed for you?
We get a music set. We close them. My gas barrel, my gas stove, the divider. Reasonable portion things destroyed for me. And I had 2 sponge inside the house, 2 brand new sponge by the other day, all burn up.
How long now you occupying this house?
About a year and 6 weeks now. 6 months.
What is your next move?
Well, boss, me can't tell which part me will end. I don't know which part me will go. Because me ain't know where else to go. Is one of my friends me go and sleep by last night.
We tell you now that Brandon Prasad, a product design engineer, has officially launched the Georgetown Marketplace, an online shop designed to meet the everyday shopping needs of Guyanese customers, all from the comfort of their homes. With a user-friendly interface, customers can shop online, pay through MMG or by cash on delivery. During an interview with the newsroom, Prasad described the website like a local Amazon. Although the platform is still in its early stages, Prasad is driven by a vision to build a supportive, thriving network of local entrepreneurs.
I'm Brandon Prasad, and I'm the founder of the Georgetown Marketplace website. So the Georgetown Marketplace website is similar to Amazon, what's already out there. Now, the reason why I made it is because of convenience. I have a daughter, and there would be times when I just can't leave the house for something, and I wish I could just go on a site and order something and have it delivered to me. But in Ghana, we have delivery guys, but it's not how I want it, or how most of us would want it, actually. So what the user can do is go on the website, see or type, see the product, and it's simple as just selecting the quantity of the product, typing in your address, and you can decide if you want to pay with MMG or with cash on delivery, and we'll ship the product to you. There is a monthly subscription of $10,000 a month, and every product they give us to advertise and sell on their behalf, we will add a small percentage on it as a commission, because I do plan to offer free delivery. But unlike Amazon, that has, you can deliver it at any time. Right now we're doing Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I've actually started working on it since 2023, and it was a lot of trial and error, and there were times when I thought it can't work, but eventually, especially now with today's time and technology, there's a lot of platforms out there that you can utilize and use, and eventually I did find one, and it was there since the beginning of this year. That's when I started picking up traffic and making it and trying to see that vision come through. For now, it's just going to be everything else but food, because that's what I'm going to worry about, the expiration dates. And I don't want to sell someone something expensive that expired to someone and have to deal with the backlash. But I do see that products with long shelf life, like biscuits and stuff like that, can be sold. So not right now, but definitely in the future. There's a lot more things I'd like to explore. But the plan is, right now I'm in the center of Georgetown, and my reach is Georgetown and parts of the East Coast. Now let's say that someone from Berbice wants to buy something that you can only get in Georgetown. So what I plan on doing is hopefully setting up a warehouse in Berbice and seeing what the most bought item is, or something that people from Berbice can only get here, and buy that item and take it to the warehouse so that if someone wants the item, we can just ship it from the warehouse to their home, which is closer. Again, we're still in the beginning phase. So when you go on the website, you're going to create your profile, and it'll allow you to go and look for products and buy it. And you can see your past products that you want. But it's not as deep as Amazon, where you can see like payment history and log into your. It's simple for now. Persons can get their own business account, and they can ship products to us, and they can see their inventory of items that they have from us. So we're gonna do a system in where you can accurately keep in track what they send to us and what we have of them, so there's not gonna be no discrepancy, and everything's gonna be transparent. We all gotta eat. You know, it's 2025 and things are getting more expensive that we can see. And everyone out there wants to, I mean, if they're looking to make an extra source of income, they're trying to start a small business. So my main purpose is to help you, like, let me help you. We all gotta eat, so let's all eat together.
We tell you now that criminal activities in the country's remote regions are being monitored through collaboration among all the law enforcement agencies. This venture is being supported by the Guyana Defense Force. Chief of Defense Staff Brigadier Omar Khan recently said. The support Brigadier Khan explained involves the usage of the Army's assets for surveillance, monitoring, and the interception of criminal elements.
We have vast borders, over 3,000 kilometers, of which 824 kilometers we share with Venezuela, our borders. It is tough terrain. I would have walked many parts of this border. As a defense force and as Chief of Defense Staff, I'm also the chair of the Joint Services Coordinating Council. And I say this against the backdrop that as a defense force, we play a supporting role to our law enforcement agencies, inclusive of the Guyana Police Force, the Guyana Fire Service, the Guyana Prison Service, the Customs Anti-Narcotic Unit, the Guyana Geology and Mines Commission, and the Guyana Revenue Authority. There are other regulatory agencies that we also support. So crime as a whole in our remote regions and across all the borders, we do so under a joint concept. Just last year, our special forces were able to support the Customs Anti-Narcotic Unit in the recovery, interception of over 4 tons of cocaine in our Region 1 area. The assets of the Defense Force is used to support for surveillance, monitoring, transporting, and also interception as we confront these criminal elements. And I am confident that we will continue to confront these criminals. We will find them. We will apply what is necessary and to bring them to justice.
When the news returns to financial, weather, and bridge reports along with sport news. Stay with us. Welcome back to the newsroom. Now for a look at what's happening in sport, and we start things off with some squash news. Ghana's junior squash team is heading to the Cayman Islands with high hopes of success at the 2025 Junior Caribbean Area Squash Association Championship, which runs from June 29 to July 5 in the Cayman Islands. The Ghana Squash Association announced the squad, which includes experienced players and promising newcomers. All are eager to build on the nation's strong squash legacy in the region. At a Wednesday afternoon press conference at the National Racquet Center, GSA President David Fernandes expressed his confidence in the team's potential.
This year, we have a really talented group. The group is quite young, but I think that the dedication that they've put in really is, and I want to give them a round of applause for the amount of effort that they've put in. I think this is one of the groups that I see significant changes physically in some people because you could see how much effort they put in. And I know for sure that when they go to Cayman, that they will represent themselves, their families, and Guyana proudly.
The Ghana junior squash team for CASA 2025 reads in the girls category. On the 11 will see the likes of Alexis Arjun and Ella Fernandes, and on the 13, Tiani Monroe and Zoe McDonald. On the 15 will have Kaylee Lowe and Tiana Gomes, while on the 17, Avery Arjun and Emily Fangafat will lead the charge. And on the 19, it will be Safira Sumner and Riley Rodriguez. In the boys division, the on the 11 will be led by Zion Hickerson and Raphael Brathwaite, and on the 13, Ethan Bulkan. For on the 15th, it will be Justin Tenpo, Egan Bulkan, and Matthew Davy. For on the 17, Blake Edwards and Bernardo Silva. And then on the 19, Louis De Silva and Shelley Ashigado, along with Dimitri Lowe.
The National Sports Commission, the Ghana Olympic Association, and key private sector partners such as ENET and KFC Guyana are the driving forces behind one of Ghana's most successful junior teams. The junior squash team will depart on Friday for the Cayman Islands, where they will play the Caribbean Championships from July 29 to July 5.
And ENET is very proud to be the title sponsor for the Guyana Squash Association, and more importantly today, the junior national team. The partnership with the GSA is more than just the average sponsorship where we look for branding and visibility. It's more of what you would want to call a partnership year-round, paying attention to one of the most successful in our country's history throughout championships in previous years. And this is no accident, this is no coincidence, it's testimony to the hard work to the team, behind the team.
It is a great honor for KFC to be part and parcel of this journey. And we've been with the Guyana Squash Association for 5 years. When we look at the journey and the progress made by the Guyana Squash Association, we had very little hesitation in joining to support this cause. The President, David Fernandes, when he approached us, very little hesitation in saying, hey, come to him. We have seen the Guyana Squash Association and the sport of squash in Guyana move from the local scene to being a serious contender on the international scene as well. I'm told that we're now second in ranking in the Caribbean, and with serious possibilities of contending on the world stage.
Guyana has been a proud winner of many titles over the years, and I understand that the team has done well and put in a lot of hard work this year. I hope that you're able to reap the success that you would have achieved in past years. I know, unfortunately, over the last couple of years, you're not able to win the championship, but good luck this year. I hope the team will become successful and bring home the championship.
The squash fraternity has built throughout the years, and I believe it's a result of the key stakeholders playing an essential part that you've consistently been able to yield such success, regionally and on an international scene as well. So we recognize the good work of the Guyana Squash Association, and the entire squash community. And your work has not gone unnoticed from the National Sports Commission and the Ministry, and by extension the government. Within the last 5 years, we've significantly increased our funding positions to squash, and that is evident through the National Squash Academy, which is funded by the National Sports Commission and the Ministry.
The organizers of the third Kares One Guyana T10 Tape Ball Blast have revealed the teams who will compete in the Berbice zone of the tournament, which is set for June 28 and June 29 in Upper Quarantine. John Ramsing explained that some former West Indies players, current senior national players, and some of the best youth players in the country would compete for various teams in the zone. In addition to the $300,000 first place payout, the zone winner books a spot in the national playoff and can win an additional $1.7 million.
Berbice have been asking for the Kares One Guyana T10 tournament to go their way, and it's actually there this weekend, and they've taken advantage of it with the big signings. If you look at the teams on paper, best in the country really, and they always say that when Berbice cricket is strong, Guyana's cricket is strong, and then of course West Indies. But look at the players, look at that. Ramnaresh Sarwan, the former West Indies captain, is there. Some current first-class players. Niall Smith is there as well. Jonathan Fu. When you think about Berbice cricket, the best cricketers come from Berbice. So they have lined up themselves in this tournament, in this zone, which is going to be action-packed. Saturday and Sunday, the action is going to be upper quarantine because of the weather. Of course, we have no control over that. But when you look at what's going to be happening at Skeleton Line Park ground and the number 48 ground, it's going to be action from ball number 1. So if you look at the names on the park, we can't really pick a winners yet because everyone's stacked up with quality players 1 to 15. But spectators, there's a treat for you as well from ball number 1. Once you come out, the sponsors have given lots and lots of giveaways. Whether it's going to be beverages, whether it's going to be tokens, whether it's going to be memorable occasion. It's going to be one fantastic weekend in Berbice. You asked for it, and now it's heading your way. This is time for you to take advantage of it.
Guyana's under-19 women's cricket team, the defending champions, have announced their 14-member squad for the 2025 Cricket West Indies under-19 female tournament, set to take place in Trinidad and Tobago from July 6 to 20. Lorraine Williams will captain the side, with Crystal Durant named the vice-captain. The full squad includes Trisha Hardat, Shunette Belgrave, Tia Isaacs, Danielle Mans, wicketkeeper Latoya Williams, Mahadevi Das, Jada Fraser, Daniela Hicks, Brianna Samru, Rebecca Kato, Sienna Barcoy, and Devani Rikram. The squad will undergo a week-long encampment in Essequibo from June 27 to July 3. Wickets continue to tumble on day 2 of the first test between West Indies and Australia at the Kensington Oval in Barbados, as it was another moving day. Akeem Green has the details in this report.
Australia has edged ahead by 82 runs at the end of 2 days of an engrossing test match at the Kensington Oval in Barbados. At the close of stumps on day 2, Australia 92 for 4 after West Indies were bowled out early the day for 190. At the crease for Australia is Travis Head not out on 13 and Abu Webster not out on 19. It is another Decker display by the West Indies pace bowlers, with Jaden Seal so far taking 1 for 24, Shamar Joseph 1 for 15, Alzari Joseph 1 for 16, and Justin Greaves 1 for 27. It was a day that the West Indies would rue their chances. However, they would walk away happy that if they can get the final 6 wickets for not much, they could defeat Australia in this first test match. Early in the day, West Indies started the day at 57 for 4. Top scorer 48 from Shea Hope, while captain Roston Chase made 44. Brandon King on debut showed his arms to 1 and was bowled for 26, as they managed to eke out a 10-run lead over Australia, who were bowled out for 180 on day 1. Wickets were shaded around by the potent Australian attack led by Mitchell Starc, who had 3 for 65, Boo Webster 2 for 30, Pat Cummins 2 for 34, and Josh Hazelwood 2 for 31. The intriguing day 3 is scheduled to commence at 10 hours.
And with that, we've come to the end of this evening's newscast. Of course, you can find these and other stories at our website, newsroom.gy, and across all our social media platforms, Newsroom Guyana. On behalf of the news and technical teams, I'm Vishani Raghavar. Thank you for watching.